Welcome back the rare and valuable coins today. We're diving deep into the world of silver Washington quarter dollars. But not just any quarters, we're talking about the ones that sold for thousands of dollars at auction. So let's get started. First up, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coin collecting, focusing on a very special coin, the 1974 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. We'll explore its history, characteristics, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coins, this video has something for you. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. Originally minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, it has seen various design changes and metal compositions. The quarter you're seeing today, minted in 1974, is part of the classic series struck primarily in copper-nickel clad composition. You might be wondering, why is a 1974 quarter without a mint mark special? Typically, Washington quarters from this era display mint marks to identify where they were produced, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. A quarter without any mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. The original U.S. mint. When we talk about condition, collectors and dealers refer to the coin's grade. In this video, we're focusing on a good condition 1974 quarter. That means the coin shows moderate wear from circulation, but retains all major details clearly. The rims are intact, and George Washington's profile is distinguishable. So, what is the value of a 1974 Washington quarter without a mint mark in good condition? Normally, quarters from this year are common, as millions were minted. However, since 1974 was the last year before the U.S. Mint ceased producing silver quarters for circulation in 1964. These 1974 quarters are actually clad, meaning they do not contain silver. In today's auction market, a typical 1974 Philadelphia quarter in good condition usually sells for around $86,000, which is just a slight premium over face value. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, or if it has any rare errors, the price can increase significantly. Some collectors look for minting errors on quarters like doubled dies, off-centers, or unusual mint marks. While these are rare for the 1974 quarters without mint marks, they can dramatically increase a coin's auction value. To sum it up, the 1974 Washington quarter without a mint mark in good condition is a neat piece of history, but is not a high-value coin in the silver coin market since it contains no silver. Its value is generally close to face value, unless you find an uncirculated example or a rare error. Still, every coin tells a story, and collecting them is about preserving a slice of history. If you have a 1974 quarter without a mint mark, enjoy it for what it represents, a classic American coin. If you're looking to sell or trade, check online auction sites or visit local coin dealers to get the best price. Next up, we're taking a closer look at a very interesting coin, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. Specifically, in a dirty condition. We'll talk about its background, what makes it special, and most importantly, its value. In today's auction market, the Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. In 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters, switching to a copper-nickel clad composition. However, in 1966, quarters were still struck without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint, making these coins an interesting transitional piece. Now, this particular coin is a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. What makes this coin intriguing is that it's in dirty condition, meaning it has accumulated grime, dirt, and signs of wear over the years. While it's not the most visually appealing, it's still a valuable collectible for certain. Buyers in coin collecting condition plays a huge role in value. Coins are graded from poor to mint state based on their wear and eye appeal. A dirty coin typically falls into the good or about good grade range, meaning significant. Wear and dirt, but still identifiable. Cleaning coins yourself is generally discouraged as it can reduce their value. So, what is the value of a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark in dirty condition, since this coin was minted after 1964? It contains no silver, but instead the copper-nickel clad composition. This means its melt value is close to its face value, $15,000 in today's auction market. A 1966 quarter in dirty condition typically sells for around $34,000, a slight premium over face value. This is mainly due to collectors' interest in filling sets or for educational purposes occasionally. 1966 quarters may have minting errors or varieties that can make them more valuable. However, these are rare, and a dirty coin is unlikely to fetch a premium unless cleaned by professionals or graded by a reputable service. In summary, the 1966 Washington quarter without mint mark in dirty condition is more about history and collecting than high monetary value. It's a common coin that many collectors use to complete their sets. But its market value stays close to face value due to the lack of silver content and its worn condition. Next up, we're focusing on a very special piece of American coin history, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark, in fine condition. This coin represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage, and we'll dive deep into its background, characteristics, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. The Washington quarter has been a beloved American coin since its introduction in 1932. However, 1965 marked a significant shift. The U.S. Mint stopped producing quarters with silver content for circulation starting that year. But here's the twist. All quarters dated 1965 are actually made from copper-nickel clad, not silver. The Mint did not produce any 1965 silver quarters for circulation, your coin. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. In fine condition, this coin shows moderate wear but still retains many design details. The rims are mostly intact, and Washington's profile is clear, though some finer details may be worn. Fine condition typically indicates that the coin has circulated but is still in decent shape. The lettering, date, and major design elements remain visible. It's a popular grade for collectors who want a balance between affordability and quality. So, what about the value, since the 1965 Washington quarter is not silver, but copper-nickel clad? Its intrinsic metal value is close to face value, $25,000. In fine condition, these coins generally sell for around $30,000 in today's auction market, making them affordable for collectors looking to complete sets. While the 1965 quarter is common, some collectors seek out rare die errors or varieties that can boost the coin's value significantly. But for a standard 1965 quarter without mint mark in fine condition, the value remains modest. In summary, the 1965 Washington quarter without mint mark in fine condition is a piece of American history marking the end of silver quarters in circulation. While it doesn't hold high monetary value due to its copper-nickel composition, it remains an essential coin for collectors. Next up, the 1982 Washington quarter dollar with a D-mint mark, specifically one in very fine condition. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned hobbyist, this video will give you all the info you need about this popular coin and its current value in today's auction market. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1932. By 1982, these quarters were well into the copper-nickel clad era, which started in 1965 after the U.S. Mint stopped using Silver in quarters. The D Mint mark on this coin means it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary production facilities in the United States. This coin is described as being in very fine condition, which means it shows moderate wear on the high points but still retains sharp details in most areas. The rims are clear, and the intricate design elements like Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse remain distinct. Very fine condition, or VF, is a popular grade for collectors who want to balance between affordability and good detail. At this grade, wear is evident, but the coin remains attractive and collectible. So, what's the value of a 1982 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in very fine condition since quarters after 1964 no longer contain silver? Their value is mostly based on condition and collector demand. For a 1982 D quarter in very fine condition, prices typically range from about $400 to $550 on the auction market today. Keep in mind, the exact price depends on factors like eye appeal, any unique characteristics, and market trends. Era coins or special varieties can fetch more. To wrap up, the 1982 Washington quarter with D Mint mark in very fine condition is a common but cherished coin. It's not high in silver content or intrinsic metal value, but remains a nice collectible for filling sets or for casual collectors. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D Mint mark, especially one in extra fine condition. We'll dive into its history, what makes this coin unique, and most importantly, its value in today's auction market. The Washington quarter has been an iconic part of American coinage since 1932. However, by 1980, all quarters were made of copper nickel clad, not silver. So, despite the name, the 1980 quarter does not contain silver. The D Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints, producing millions of quarters each year. This coin is in extra fine condition, which means it shows only slight wear on the highest points and retains most of its original luster and sharp details. The rims are intact, and the design elements, including George Washington's profile and the eagle on the back, remain well-defined. Extra fine, or F condition, is a popular grade among collectors because it offers a great balance of detail, and where coins graded F typically have light wear visible on the high points, but maintain a good amount of detail and eye appeal. So, what is the value of a 1980 Washington quarter with D Mint mark in extra fine condition? Since these quarters don't contain silver, their intrinsic metal value is close to face value. However, collectors pay premiums for well-preserved coins currently. In today's auction market, an extra fine 1980 D quarter can typically fetch between $50 to $200 depending on factors like eye appeal, toning, and demand. While 1980 quarters are generally common, some era coins or varieties can increase a coin's value. If you own one with a double die, off-center strike, or unusual toning, it might be worth more. In summary, the 1980 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition is a solid collectible but not a high-value silver coin, since it contains no silver. It remains an important coin for collectors and those completing Washington quarter sets. Next up, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark, specifically one in good condition. We'll talk about what makes this coin interesting, its history, and what you can expect if you're looking to buy or sell one in today's auction market. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1978, the quarter was well into the copper-nickel-clad era, which started in 1965 after the mint stopped using silver in quarters. This means the 1978 quarter doesn't contain silver, but it still holds historical value. A 1978 quarter without A mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, the original home of the U.S. Mint. In good condition, this coin shows moderate wear but remains identifiable with key design features still visible, like Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. Good condition is a common grading term, meaning the coin has seen circulation and wear, but the major details and date are still clear. It's a grade many collectors seek when starting out, as it's affordable but collectible. So, what's the value of a 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark in good condition since it's made of copper nickel clad? Not silver, it's melt. Value is close to face value, $25. On the auction market today, such coins typically sell for around $30 to $75. A small premium over face value, mainly due to collector interest in completing sets. Keep an eye out for any errors like double dies or off-center strikes on your quarters. These can increase value, though they are uncommon for 1978 quarters. In summary, the 1978 Washington quarter, without mint mark in good condition, is a nice collectible coin that holds modest value. While it doesn't contain silver, still a piece of American history and a must-have for many collectors. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new, or have a 1978 quarter you want to know more about, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin collecting videos. Until next time, happy collecting and stay curious.